Oh man, and away we go. What do I even say? I don't know what I'm so scared of. And it's not for me. It's not even what I'm scared of because I death is inevitable. Which side are you going to be on? God's side or Satan's side? I'm trying to be on God's side, I think, but we just never know 100%, right? That's why we need to have discussions, figure things out. But, anyways, there's this video. I've seen it a couple times. It's been circulating for a bit. I don't know if it's real or not. It seems real to me. I would like to think that it's personally. I mean, I'd like to know what you guys think, but unfortunately, we got the comments off. But if you want to tag me and let me know somewhere in a community post what you think here. Basically, what it is it's this woman and she's in a doctor's office, and he starts recording, and she's like going to the doctor. She's going, so what you're telling me is you're gonna have my kids taken away if I don't get them medicated. And the doctor, being a smartass, is like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you don't put your kids on medicine, I, as a doctor, God, I'm gonna have to call the CAS because you're not doing what's best for your children. So it's not me getting your children removed. It's you. I am God, and you fucking bow down and do what I think is what's best for your children. That's the way I see it. I like to know what you guys think. Do you think that that doctor is like, if that video is real, do you think that doctor is doing the right thing? Do you think when he has to meet God, he's Mr. Fancy Pants then, thinking he has the authority? You know what I mean? I don't. Just that video. That video. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think we should tame our children at all costs, and that that woman is a psycho bitch because she probably needs to be medicated, and that's why she doesn't know enough to medicate her own children? Or do you think that um, the mother knows her children much more than the doctor does, and if she's saying, I don't want my kids on pills, she should have that right? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Right. Here, this is we'll go over this. We'll go over this. Because this is Paula White, who is Donald Trump's spiritual advisor. Okay. You guys pay her a salary to be Donald Trump. She works at the White House, buddies. You pay her salary, I think. Look into it yourself. Oh, shit. Anyways, we'll play a little bit, but right, I'm not going to go into it all. But no, she's a revolutionist, the history. I don't know. It's just my personal opinion. And as a man of God, and what I've seen out of Joel Osteen, and the money in the bathrooms and stuff is a little fucking weird too. And I don't think he's on God's side. I wish Joel would go back and read his Bible and see what Jesus would expect out of him. You know what I mean? But like, listen, Joel, not any of the money in the world is worth fucking going down with Satan. You know what I mean? But who knows? Maybe the ending is whatever we want it to be. You know what I mean? Maybe if we go with Satan, it's a good time and it's a party and it's just a big sex off and party. One big never ending fucking party of filth. You get what you want. You know what I mean? But just personally, I can't pray for Joel. Joel has to pray for Joel. I can want everything I want for Joel, but Joel's got to want for Joel. That's only if Joel's in it for Joel. And Joel needs to be in it for Jesus. So if he wants to get in it for Jesus, he's going to have to figure out what the truth is. What is his reality? You know what I mean? Is he hurting people, teaching them his nonsense? That's just what I think. It's just my personal belief. But Paula White, if you guys want to investigate probably fraudulent preachers and people out to win it for themselves and money, Benny Hinn is your dude. I think. But then again, Greg Locke, he came to Benny Hinn, and you know what I mean? It's all groovy now with Greg and Benny. Shit. Anyways, you guys want to get a piece of Paula White here, eh? Not that I have that one person in here yet. Oh, I do got someone.
When I walk on White House grounds, God walks on White House grounds. Going.
Now that's the way it's supposed to be, Paula. You are supposed to be walking in God, and wherever you go, you're supposed to represent God. Now, which God are you representing, honey? I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned for this one. You know what I mean? And if this is the spirituality that's going into the brain of your president, it's no wonder he's a fucking retard, right? Remember, when I say retard, we mean spiritual retards, right? You know what I mean?
Clear that dry cleaning place becomes holy. Authority to declare the White House as holy ground because I was standing there and where
The White House is holy because she's standing in it. Well, I think they do some unholy things, Paula. You know what I mean? I mean, they blow up boats because their intel is so pinpoint that there's drugs on those boats, but they still don't know that. Holy White House, they don't know who was carrying around the coke in there. Oh, shit. I don't know, man. Don't know.
it was about assignment to say no to President Trump would be saying no to God.
You just hear that? Saying no to President Trump would be like saying no to God. She just put Brexit, a man, a fucking man, as the same authority as God. Like, you guys get that. This is a little demonic, right? Or are you guys down with all up, please find Jesus. For Christ out loud. People like this should know better. They should know better. How does this happen? How does it happen?
It's gonna have to do that. Just send him $3,500. You need to send him 35,000. You need to send him that $100,000 check. If you do not write that PO box and you do not call that toll free number and you do not become a ministry of sustainer, you will never see sustainment in your life, and your dream will die. Your call will die.
Your dream will die. Your calling will die if you don't pay me your money. I got a lot of grief over that suicidal tendencies hat. Like, they're trying to bring it back and saying you were acted said suicidal. I was like, it's banned, man. Like, send me your money. Paula White style. You know what I mean? Send it. Don't send me your money. I don't want your fucking money. Oh man. God should be free. You know what I mean? If you're purchasing your spirituality, um nobody can bring you to God except for you, you know what I mean? But keep thinking someone else can. I mean, you can learn from that, but try and own and operate your own brain so you're not She's not being twisted into something, you know what I mean? Lots of people say they want to go to God and be a king. Or for her, all the fortunes in the world are gonna come to me because I worship Jesus. Fuck. When it's about peace. It's about peace. Wanting to own your own kingdom, not fucking wanting to rule anybody else's. Not saying, hey, look at me, I got a crown. King Dorkma over there. I'm telling you guys, I honestly believe you guys go check it out for yourself, do your research, and see if his bloodline goes back to Dracula. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that weird thing, and you guys can do your own research. Like a lot of your presidents all fucking seem to stem from the same fucking bloodline. Again, I don't know where Kamala Harris sits in that. I don't even think she knows what bloodline she's from. And if she does, she certainly didn't tell us in a book. You know what I mean? She lied. She lied. She lied. You know what I mean? How can Eminem, I'm like Cardi B and all these idiots who back Kamala up don't even know who she is? Don't they know that she wrote a book and it's fabricated? Like Eminem's telling people to pick him over Trump, and like, where's the people's other option? Where is a people's option? You know what I mean? You can't even like this party system is just stupid. Like when you think about it, you take people off the hook. You know what I mean? Party did it. I wanted it for you guys, but you know what I mean? It had to be part of the party. It wasn't what was best for you. What was best with the party. So we can remain in control. You know what I mean? It's a weird system. When you actually see how satanic and twisted it is, it's it's really weird. So like I see this is what I'm hearing is that I have to, I have to get out of my comfort zone and I have to do something where I have to expose myself. And shit, why can't people just see and try and just figure out the simple truth? Like if I'm nutsoid about fucking Bill Gates, someone please let me know. Please, please. I don't trust him. I don't like the fact that your FBI's never fucking interviewed him. I just don't like that. I think that he just gets to run amok and do all he wants in his secret little laboratories and plan our future out for us. You know what I mean? Fucking George Soros's brain going into everybody's brain. You don't know how much that fucking upsets me. I'm just like, holy crap. What they have done to humanity is just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And there's this video, and it's actually talking about Kanye, his new video. And some of these bubbleheads, I think, because they think if they tell you the truth on the back streets, meanwhile, they do everything to manipulate your mind. They think somehow because they were honest and they showed you, but they didn't. It was magically. Fuck. Hey, you're like, Carl, you're sounding crazy. No, no, no. It's just little things like, writing about a pandemic before the pandemic happens. And he's already written about the second one, which is kind of disturbing. But I think what he really has a hard on for now is the Civil War. You know what I mean? That's why they got everybody. That's why, you know what I mean? They, this little masquerade. And I'm not saying that some of these people don't care, but I think most of them are compromised. Like it bothers me that I have heard people say that RFK is a sexual deviant. And he's controlled. And if you guys go do your own investigations and figure out who you think Rabbi Shmuley is, I personally think he's a handler, and I don't understand why people would hang out with someone like Rabbi Shmuley, but him and RFK for some reason are good buddies.
In a world of fake and flashy lights, mega churches and their pastors sometimes come with mega drama. None.
I watched uh I watched Bryce Crawford's interview with Kenneth Copeland. And I don't it's you guys go watch it. It looks so chopped up. It looks like you're watching Max Headroom for crying out loud. Chop 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 chop. Just like holy smokes. What happened in this interview? But who knows? I didn't I couldn't watch the whole thing. It's just it was so dull and boring and so like okay, Kenneth, if that's the way you want to play Jesus, bud. But here's the thing with old Kenneth is I did learn some things from watching that video. And his first love was to be a performer. He wanted to be a performer. You know what I mean? And maybe he's still performing. You know what I mean? And he's making more money than most actors do. You know what I mean? Send me your money. Suicidal tendencies. You know what I mean? You don't want to have suicidal tendencies. You know what I mean? If you've won against God, and the only way to get back is to go through Jesus. Don't end your only opportunity. Stick her out. Fight the fight. You know what I mean? Could you imagine? People who lie about God are going to have to come to and realize that it was a really stupid game to play. Like I was thinking to myself earlier, was there was this guy, he was an English guy, and he was doing a prophecy on God talked to him about what was going to happen in Canada. Now, this is an older video. I might even have it saved somewhere. And he was talking about how Justin Trudeau was going to get kicked out of office and that somebody was going to step in and take his place because Canada was going to come to its senses. And the guy who was going to take his place was currently sick. And I was like, I like that prophecy. I like it. I like it. And I thought, oh, it'd be because Jordan Peterson, he's always sick, right? And I thought that's when I thought Jordan, like this is going back a long time, right? So that's when I thought Jordan Peterson was on the right side of the street. And I thought, oh, that would be fantastic for Canada. You know what I mean? No, I think honestly, I think Jordan Peterson, if he was in charge of Canada, he'd be taking our children to hell. You know what I mean? He'd be right in there with old Trumpo, you know what I mean? Yeah, baby, yeah. Well, that wouldn't be the godly way, and I think Jordan Peterson would lead a lot of people astray. You know what I mean? Well, we'd have to find out from George Peterson. Hey, what would you do if you were prime minister? And you know what I mean? Hey, bud, you knew it all, and you just couldn't take her in. That's terrible, eh? Can you imagine inside your little brain knowing the way, and you decided to take a different way? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if you're with God, you're not with killing. You're not with killing. You're not with it at all. You're just not. You're not down with it. But anyway, so what else do we got going on? Oh, here, let's go into this thing. I just, some told me to go to this, and I was going to read this. And this is the page. I randomly picked a page, but I've read it. I read it. I am Savior, will conquer, and those chosen will surmount all. Out by words alone, through God's grace, will we end spiritual death. I was ordered to unveil these secrets, but don't tell anybody, don't tell anyone unless it's ordained that you should do so. Suddenly, this high priest, Melchizedek, praised God, saying, we must be grateful while he is living through us. Must be grateful while he is living through us. His grace is boundless. He has great compassion, sending his angels of light from the aeons to unveil the way to end ignorance and to lead us from death to eternal life. I am Melchizedek, high priest of our God supreme. It's about getting out of our ignorance, right? That's what I think. Well, that's what this says. Anyways, who knows? This is just one of those crazy ones, right? The Gnostic. But hey, you know what I mean? Stay in ignorance, and I don't know what happens. I really don't. But if you get out of it, apparently something great can happen. And unfortunately for me, I can't totally get out of my ignorance because I'm surrounded by it. And when you're punished for not wanting to be ignorant and just submitting to what everybody wants you to think or behave like or whatever, got some comments in my older videos. Nobody's watching you now, Carl. Well, nobody really has ever been watching me. You know what I mean? I've been saying I do these for a reason. They're for the future. I don't always look at as my videos as complete failures because who knows? Maybe they'll amount to something in the future. You know what I mean? They'll help tell my story. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm not ashamed of anything I had to go through. I'm not ashamed of how I came to God just because it ain't the way everybody else does. So I ain't ashamed of it. I've been blessed and cursed at the same time. Unfortunately, for you to find your blessings, you got to walk through the curse. You got to have no fear. No matter how they want to work your brain, no fear. 365 times. I believe it's in their KJVs. Or my favorite one is truth 333 times. Hey, Mr. Emoji Flicker. 333 times, eh? They say three is the divine number. You know, Tesla was old. I guess he was fixated on the three, eh? The three, the six, and the nine. But so if you take the 333 that would stand for the truth, and you got your 666, that's a man, that'd make it your avatar, right? So if you could hook your divinity, I mean your truth, and you could hook that in with your avatar instead of giving it to Satan. But you gotta you gotta use this. You know what I mean? Gotta be reborn in the brain. Oh man. What else? Should we go to the Bible one more time? Should we go to the Bible while we're here? All right, let's do this. Because, excuse me, like I told you guys, let's go, play. He uses this to justify what he does. Okay. And I love this book. Without this book, I don't know who Jesus is. But good news for me is I understand that being with God isn't about being with the book. It's what the book specifically says. It's about being with Jesus. Fuck everything else. It's about being with Jesus. Who is Jesus? And what does he expect from you? You know what I mean? Someone let me know where I'm wrong, where Jesus isn't the way. Jeremiah, Donald Trump's favorite numbers, 88. 88. Okay. It tells you and warns you, watch out for men. Because they will twist your scriptures. They will or whatever, you know what I mean? Men don't always have your best interest at heart. That's why it's up to you to come to God and make sure you're not with men. Okay. So the question was earlier, right? Who is Jesus? And if you truly love him, I don't think he's coming down. I don't think he wants to be Kim Jong Un or fucking Xi or fucking Putin or anybody. I don't think he wants to have people all just bowing down in front of him. I don't think he's coming down and going, bow, people. Get on your knees and tell me who's king. I just fuck. I don't know. I don't know. But then again, it's up to you guys to figure out who Christ is, right? It's your fucking afterlife. It's up for you guys to decide. You know what I mean? What should you be as men and women of God? Should the children be of importance? Should we let Carl know? Isn't it your duty to let me know where I'm mentally fucking ill? Come on, I've been charged for it. Fuck, someone let me know where. Because they wouldn't let me know when they were ring-a-dinging me in and out of the hospital, which is really weird. You know what I mean? One of the worst things I did, I was thinking about it earlier. Fuck, you went and asked for help, bud, because you were. You almost took yourself out. And the thing that almost took you out brought you back into the hospital via the doctor, not wanting to talk to you or anything. Unbelievable. Bye. You guys play your little games the way you want to play them. This is your outcome you're playing with, right? Not mine. I'm doing my own thing. And if I go to hell, I'll go there by myself. I don't want to take anybody with me. You know what I mean? It's like if I go to heaven, I can't take anybody with me. They gotta want to go. Bye. Okay, we've done this one before, but we're gonna do her again because she's good. I like this one. And it's in Mark 8:34. When he called the people to himself with his disciples also, he said to them, now what did Jesus say to them? He said, whoever desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Okay. So picking up a cross is not fun. And do you think Jesus picked up? Well, he picked up his cross just because he said he was a son of God, and that's really what they wanted to kill him about. They didn't, but he was trying to tell everybody about their own power, and nobody bought into the message. But hopefully, this time we can. You know, have we evolved since 2,000 years ago? You know what I mean? But for whoever desires to save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. Okay. So that means it's hard. You guys don't even know who the fuck you are. My sake and the gospel's will save it. For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? For whoever is ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him the Son of Man also be ashamed when he comes in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. So if you deny the truth and you let someone hang because of the truth doesn't die with that hang. The truth is still there. You can't purchase the truth. You can't buy the truth. You can try and hide the truth. You can purchase that. You can try and hide the truth, but the truth is always there. You know what I mean? God knows the truth, and the truth knows God. And if the truth lives inside of you and you ain't got no truth, how can you be with God? You know what I mean? That's 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 really like people throw truth around like it's just willy-nilly. But but yeah, Paula White, take a look into her. Like I've said, I think you guys should be concerned of the spirituality that Donald is taking in. And if she's a prosperer preacher, prosperity, that's not good for you guys. I don't think. I don't think. And if she thinks God, she she thinks that Donald Trump has the right to own her mind because he's an equal to God. She's an idiot. An idiot. Like if she doesn't know that killing people is fucking dirty business and you can't go to God, this is clown town. This is clown town. This is stupid. She should be saying to Trump, are you sure, bud? Are you sure? Because the commandments say we shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean? Are you sure we can't find another way? You know what I mean? Who are we really doing this for, Don? What is this for? You're gonna have to go to God. You're gonna have to go to God. You have ground troops. If you have ground troops or any troops because you did something for a country, bud, you're gonna have to fucking pay the biscuit for, buddy. Every death that you will suffer if there's a hell, wouldn't you think? Those are the kinds of things you'd have to suffer with, right? You'd have to know that you will fuck the nation. Then how would your PlayStation feel? You know what I mean? Nowhere to run and hide. You got no more fucking money. You got no power now, Don. No man to give you powers. You got to face God, and well, you got to face what you've done. And can you handle what you've done? You know what I mean? It's a joke staying out here. How does Don not know what he's doing out here? Come on. We should, as grown men, know that we shouldn't be hurting each other if we're going to be with God. But Don thinks that the Bible's about eye for an eye. I think Christians out there need to remind them about who Jesus is. Don, stop reading the Bible and try and figure out who Jesus is before you continue with your buffoonery. You know what I mean? We want you in heaven, Don. As much as you know you're not going, can you imagine? He even doubled down on that. What? I said it as a joke, but I really did mean it. I don't really think. I was like, fuck. But then again, the shit that he does say, like, do you guys see the videos where he says, I don't think they're AI, I think it's really him. Um, where he says smart people don't like and nobody pays attention. Because this should have sent shockwaves. I would think this would have sent, like, in a common sense world. Do you guys not think that it should send shockwaves when Donald Trump says we're getting Greenland, whether we have to take it by force or not? Just like, where were people's brains on that going, this guy's mentally ill? Why? Like, come on. Greenland already lets us do whatever we want over there. Must be something to do with the minerals over there. You know what I mean? Must be something because you gotta own it. You can't just what it's a race. What you gotta own shit. We're gonna own it all. Well, Greenland. I got get it. Oh, it hurts my brain to live in this world. Really fucking. But hey, Trump tells allies to get your own oil from the Strait of Hormuz, or come purchase it from America. Come get it. See, that's what I don't get. You know what I mean? He's willing to sell oil to these places who can't get oil, but your guys' gas prices are still up. Does it make fucking sense to you guys yet? Does that even make sense? That he would be offering. No, he wants someone to come out fight his wars with him. You know what I mean? I'm quite sure there's an overall game plan where the fucking Rothschilds and the fucking Rockefellers are sitting there going, Satan rules. You know, like O'Doyle rules. They're sitting there going, Satan rules. They don't realize how stupid they are. Yeah, Satan rules your brain. And where's it going to get you in the end, dummy? Like, come on. You have the same gifts we all got. Unfortunately, it's an opposite world. They use it fucking like you got to be willing to sacrifice yourself. And that doesn't mean it's like killing yourself. That means standing up for the right things, taking what comes of fucking standing up for the right thing. Sacrifice yourself, give yourself to Jesus, be in the truth, try and figure out what's right. I don't know. This is all weird. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Hey, look at this. Serious. Now, do you guys think the Dogon tribe stuff's a myth, or do you guys think it's real? Like, that's interesting stuff. I know I'm jumping all over around again, but it's just seeing that. It reminds me of the Dogon tribe that said that Sirius was here. And what makes you think maybe it's a possibility is they have the Sirius star system mapped out before science did. So it's all kind of weird. Right. They also say weird things like cannabis. It's weird how it's called cannabis and it comes from the dog star and but that's what they said. They said cannabis was a gift from the serious people. Like I'm not making this up. Maybe someone made the drive up or something. I don't know. You know, like hey, is the Hopi prophecy real? You know what I mean? Is there a man in red coming? The man with the red hat. Old Donald. Oh man. You know what I mean? Not Walsh. You Christians need to come together and help that boy out. He's got a lot of hatred for people, and I don't think he realizes he's a pompous ass. I gotta say it, but I want to tell you guys why I think he's a pompous ass. That way, he wants to save his pompous ass. So anyways, go watch any video you want where he talks about Canadians. He is for surely better. For surely. I don't think he wants to be for sure, but he is. But anyways, where he talks about the native people. You guys have got to check that stuff out. Where it's just okay. You Americans conquered. What are you little bitches whining about? You don't deserve any land. You Tony, like, what do they deserve, Matt? Like, what do they deserve as human fucking beings? Well, dude, do your fucking history. It's not the conquering that really fucked them over. It's the brainwashing and mind fucking and stealing their spirituality from them that's really kept them down, Matt. What do you like? Who do you think introduced them to fucking alcohol and got them all fucking you know what I mean? Like, come on, we don't have to, Matt, we don't have to take responsibility for it, but we have to tell these people to get over it because we're not down with what happened. We want this bullshit to end. We want for us all to come together and fucking just be in God's land, figure something out. You know what I mean? Like, stop living like a bunch of fucking slaves to Satan. You know what I mean? Anyways. See, I just ramble off, and somehow this is threatening to people. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything. I'm just trying to figure it out. And I'm not going to take what I think I know away until it fucking gets shown with facts and not fucking you have to. Kid Rock. Hey, Kid Rock. With his Jesus hat on. What a moron. I don't think he's with Jesus. I think if he wants sons and daughters of America to go fight, and he's like, "Oh, dude, you gotta take that to Jesus. Dude, I hope you enjoyed your time at Bohemian Grove. I hope that you're having fucking fun with fucking the ultimate fucking pedo protector as your buddy there in the White House. I'm, I'm glad you got such superstardom here on Earth, but like that's a whole rigmarole. Is Kid Rock the homosexual that fucking Jeremy from the quartering says? You know what I mean? And did he come together with that Bud Light guy, ex CIA or something like that? Did he come together for Dana's sake? You know what I mean? Did they try? Because even Joe Rogan, I'm telling you guys, I like Joe. I've met him. I thought he was like just a regular dude. You know what I mean? He wasn't a prima donna or anything. Like he was just like it was like having a conversation with just a regular person. But when he did that Bud Light thing, I was like, he'd do anything for a Bud. And Dana White, He's got so many bad people around him. Al Badiz or whatever. They say he might be a CIA agent. I've seen a whole bunch of shit on him. You guys might. I don't think I'd want him as my. But then again, you got other guys out there like Tiki Goshen. You know what I mean? You got Sean Strickland just throwing it out there that this guy is a threat to women and nobody fucking cares. And Dana, then again, Dana slapped his wife around. Then again, she did, I believe, gave him like some sort of like, you know what I mean? What he did, eye for an eye. He got too much into that slap fighting, you know what I mean? I just, if there was ever a brain dead fucking sport, wouldn't you guys say, who would fucking, whoever's into that, you need to rethink your fucking mentality. You know what I mean? Really. I mean, that's just, hey, who can take the most trauma and who can dish the most trauma out? Like, no art to it or nothing. Just, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? And it's sad for me to watch that. Like, I don't watch it, but I have seen like clips like Tim Sylvia. It's sad for me to watch an ex UFC champion sit there and take brain damage for fucking notoriety and money. Anything to keep that fucking high of having people that love you. But then again, you know what I mean? Tim Sylvia, probably one of the most honest guys out there ever about the whole fucking steroid thing, too, right? I didn't take it because I wanted to be stronger or better. I wanted to look the part for the people. Look at me. I look like a big oaf. I wanted to be ripped. I wanted to be what people wanted me to be. Because I don't like being just me. You know what I mean? Anyways, going off on tangents here, right? Yeah, Dana, he has no respect for people anymore. Well, he's got that cushy job at Meta where he gets paid for doing nothing. Probably. You know what I mean? Just fucking Mark Zuckerberg's, I think he's handler. You know what I mean? When Mark Zuckerberg admits to fucking treason, nobody on the other side of the treason gets fucking charged or anything like that. And Dana gets to be in charge of Mark. I don't know, man. There's weird things there. You know what I mean? That's because I don't think Donald Trump cares about you guys. You know what I mean? There's a video out there. You guys got to go check her out. Buddy's talking about Venezuela. Hey, Don, they're thinking about building a statue of you, buddy, and we're going to get the gas prices down. And he says something else, and Don goes, "Whoa, I don't care about that. Let's talk about the statue. I want my statue. I want everybody to know I'm great. 8-8, great. Cash potato had the 33. You know what I mean? 88s. Those would probably be some assault battalions, eh? I don't know. I think we should look into anime, but I don't know. I might be wrong. I've asked her, hey, can we talk and you can answer some questions? Because as much as Rai there's a mental case, your actions are still weird. And the fact that 8-8 tattoos came up for your rescue, and the fact that you work for NASA. NASA's on your resume, and I don't trust NASA. I think the beginnings are satanic, and maybe there's some remnants. I mean, if Satan is running France and the Rothschilds are involved with Satan, would it be that hard to think that maybe NASA doesn't? I'm not saying all the people that work for NASA are bad, but the people in charge maybe have bad intentions. You know what I mean? They only want you to work on things as long as they're in control. Because if it gets out of control, you might go missing. I think there's missing people now. Some girl, she had some, I don't know what it was, some metal or something. Like, some, what do you call that? Pat or something, right? You guys will have to look into that yourselves. Water. Look at this is the dork that's fucking. I might be wrong. But someone please, like, please, somebody.
Very well. But what we know is that we will end up with many more unemployed and particularly also people in the grey economy, which are not counted for, who lose their jobs. So we will see definitively a lot of anger already now, but probably increase by the end of the year because this crisis will be with us until we really have found a remedy. So we have to prepare for what
This was 5 years ago, so just so you guys know.
I'm how to prepare that. It's to take the necessary action to create a fair world, to see that we provide.
A fair world. He just told you guys all the jobs are going to be taken away. There's going to be no need for jobs. So all these angry people, because they can't support themselves anymore, we have to pay for this. Like, I want you guys to know, like, this is just my research, and you guys can look it up for yourselves. Like, this guy's father, like Christy Freeland's grandfather, a Nazi player, fucking Nazi player, a Nazi player, a Nazi player, a Nazi player. And Christy Freeland is from Ukraine. You can see what the relationship that she has. It's all documented. You can go on the WEF website. You can see her name proudly on there as a fucking top member. This is easy for you guys to go check out for yourselves. Okay. What if her grandfather raised her to have bad intentions? Okay. Poor Christia. She's going to have to face God because she got groomed to be an idiot and go against herself. We need to help these people, but these people also got to learn a lesson. Like, this is beating us. Christia Freeland, she's a protege of George Soros's. She's big into the open society that they brought into Ukraine, for crying out loud. It was so important for the open society to be into Ukraine. Mm. You know what I mean? And knowing that I know that George is a philosopher, he's very, very good at it. He understands what he needs to do to accomplish his perceptions and get them into your brain. You know what I mean? Little Noah Harari, the little guy, just braver than anything, just coming out and telling you guys, you're a bunch of useless humans. You're a bunch of useless humans. Humans are hackable. Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they're hackable. We just need, in order to get full control, we just need more data. More data. And that's getting data from you and giving you data, right? So they need a Marky Zuckerberg to make sure that they're pumping into your heads what they want into your heads. You know what I mean? But yeah, Then on the other hand, they're always gathering your data. They know what you're looking at, what you're purchasing, all sorts of shit. So they got the data right, and then Noah will tell you, well, maybe I'll pull up the video. They also tell you they need computing power. That'd be all these fucking data centers that are going up or whatever the fuck it is. The AI, whatever building, you know what I mean? They need computing power to fully mind fucking own you people. How are they gonna do that? Oh, you guys are gonna have a good time. Like, ask Elon, he's gonna have a humanoid for everybody. But I'm gonna ask you something. If your humanoid's running your life for you, does that mean he's the humanoid or are you the humanoid? You know what I mean? Like, I can't even care. NASA official. I'm a member of a time travel. Hmm. Like, can you imagine if you're not and you're running around lying, putting that into people's heads? That'd be a bad time to go to God with, too, right? But then again, if you're telling the truth, keep telling the truth. You know what I mean? Oh, there's the missing scientist and advanced stack. I like Jim Brewer, but we don't agree on him. I think there's a way to resolve this. I think that there's a better way than just sit back. I think it's laughing at the idiots, letting them know that we know that they're idiots, coming together and using the devil's tools against them. You know what I mean? They use the social media to fuck our brains up. We should use it back and fuck their brains up. You know what I mean? By just asking them questions and saying, "Hey, we just want the truth. We don't want to hurt you. We just and if you've been hurting us, then maybe you should go to jail." You know what I mean? Because you want to find Jesus. You don't want to die with Satan, do you? Hey, here, watch this.
As Canada stares down economic uncertainty, we're ready with a plan, speeding up approvals.
Oh yeah, it's a great plan. It's fucking a great plan. Hey, Canada, they just invested another 8 point something, was it 8 or 9 billion dollars in building homes. Now, we might want to look at what kind of homes those are. You might want to take a look at the buffoonery that they pay for in order to get those homes. They got to have a team of morons that just will eat that money before it even sees the houses. It'll be like so they know that they're doing the right thing rather than, hey, if you like, we are not good business people in Canada. If people want to build things and we're going to give them money, you let them do the work. You let them come up to you with their ideas and how much. And fuck, like the, we should never be like this, Canada. We should never be where Canada is taking like $9 billion and using it to build homes. We should be building a Canada that that builds itself within itself. You know what I mean? And holy shit. We are in trouble. No, I feel we shouldn't be built. We should have it so people can go out and have their own homes built. like good homes, like fucking where we have architecture again, where we fucking think outside of the box and everything's not so fucking plain Jane. You know what I mean? These fucking, this is all fucking, it's gross around here. There's no authenticity. It's just, fuck, okay? Let's let's make ourselves weaker and more dependent on the government. That's what they're doing. It's fucking pathetic and it's easy to see.
with technology and educational. Bienvenido.
This is a slap in the face to America. You know that? I have no respect for her. None. I think she was a little fucking setup queen right from the get go with Epstein. You know what I mean? And we can say whatever we want about Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden came out on TV and said she was hanging out with Epstein. She was in Epstein too. So ta cha cha. And well, what did Melania do? She threatened to sue Hunter. But what did Hunter do? He said, "What are you going to do? Sue me for reading the book? You don't want to sue me. You want to sue the guy who wrote that you were an Epstein queen. Why don't you go sue him?" And she did no suing. No, piggy, 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 Melania, piggy, 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 piggy. Can you imagine being an Epstein piggy? Piggy, piggy, just a bigger is Donald Trump, because if her husband is a big old pedo protector, which he is, he's definitely protecting fucking pedos. She's queen pedo protector. She's useless in my eyes. She is not there for the children. She wants this in your children's brains. She wants you. You can have anything. You can make anything possible. Just hand it over to the powers of AI. Don't learn. Don't fucking have any hardship. Don't fucking this. This might be Satan, and no one cares. No one cares. Been to clear that up real easy. One press conference. You know what I mean? Maybe while he was doing that press conference, he can let us know about the Galactic Federation. All he's got to do is say yes or no. You know what I mean? And remember, bud, it'll be triple times to hell if you lie to the people even more. The more you lie, the more trouble you're going to be in, Mr. Trumparoonie. You know what I mean? Are they setting us up with the Galactic Federation of Aliens? Or are they against the Galactic Federation of Aliens? I do not have my answers. You know what I mean? I only know what I have saw. I only know what I've heard. It's crazy that you would talk about the Galactic Federation, Carl. That's crazy. I know it is, isn't it? So when an Israeli space minister fucking tells you there's one and Donald Trump knows about it, at least ask fucking Donald Trump if it's fucking real. Holy smokes, Batman! That would take some logic. But then again, you got the Canadian defense minister. If you're not fucking convinced off of fucking not trusting the Israeli space minister, which maybe we shouldn't, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. I don't know. Would intelligent aliens want to deal with fucking Donald Trump? Fucking Benjamin Netanyahu. And the thing that bothered me is that guy, he said the aliens want us to know about space more before they introduce themselves to us. Like, oh man, we should get to introduce ourselves to ourselves before, you know what I mean? They got to know we're on the brink of fucking just, we're on Stupidsville, right? We don't know enough not to hurt each other. Are they the kind of aliens that think it's all right to go run around hurting everybody? Swirl potting them, making up shit, getting lost in an Obama tornado. I'll never forget when Obama told me that. It's like Kamala. But Obama, he said, hey, you ever want to fuck the world over? You just give her information after information. It won't even know what's going on. And it won't be brave enough to say, hey, What's going on? We're gonna stop this swirling around. We're gonna stop and we're gonna address one person. And I say she'd be the most powerful man on the earth. Donald J. Trump. And we start asking questions. Can we have a DNA test, please? Can we find out if Satan is in France? This is important. It should be important to those people of God, whether you're Muslim or Jew or Christian or Hindu. I mean, if we got world leaders who are down rocking around with Satan, we should have some questions for them. Hey, what does Satan want from you and what have you done for him? Is it only for our protection or for yours? Hey, don't worry. We love you guys. We don't want to see you guys be hurt the way you wanted to hurt us. But unfortunately for you guys, you need to get a taste of your own medicine. So therefore, hey, you become a reality TV show. There's cameras in your cells 24 hours a day. And guess what? You get to run around and play little games for little trinkets and prizes. Hey, dude, but I'm crazy like that. But yeah, right there, easy. Bingo bango. Just I would be in great relief to find out that Bridget Marcone is a woman. She's not hiding nowhere, and that she's not down with Satan. You know what I mean? I want to bring this up because it's funny. Candace did the episode yesterday, and it's funny how I had just done the video about all these people saying shit about Candace, and they're just throwing bullshit out there. Like I took the for instance of them saying that Candace had a hit out on her, and I was like, "You guys not realize what the fuck's going on there?" And that your intelligence agencies wouldn't say there wasn't a hit. They were bum on the word, actually. You know what I mean? And it was funny to see Candace bring it back up, going, "Hey, it's funny how nobody answered. I laid this ridiculous thing out saying, hey, this satanic bitch wants to fucking kill me. And our intelligence agencies just don't give a shit. They are so unintelligent. But no, it's not them that's unintelligent. It's the people who allow them to fucking rock and rule their world. You know what I mean? I mean, I think you guys need to find out a little bit more about Cash Potato Head. You know what I mean? I love the idea of us coming together, making videos for Donald Trump to inspire and give him the power and step outside of himself and don't be scared of Satan. Find out what the truth is for the people. You know what I mean? Do this one for the people, Don. Bye. We've been on here for over an hour, right? It's almost time to go. But yeah, I just Melania, she should sue that guy. It'd take it right out of my head once I know she won the case. But I think she's a head case, and I think she's in trouble. I don't think she can handle what's coming for her. I think Princess Leia is not going to like her fucking cell. You know what I mean? If she sold you out, she needs a cell, right? A cell for a cell. That's only if. I'm not saying she might be with God. Who knows? We could find out. You know what I mean? Maybe she's secretly. I don't know. I'm just telling you guys what I think. And remember, I just think I'm a child of God. You know what I mean? Maybe I should go to the NDP for some help. I wonder what gender card I could get there. You know what I mean? I'd have some privilege to talk. Going in there as a child of God, they put me right back at the line. You don't get to talk. You've destroyed the world. No. All your stupid religions and all your stupid following men, that's what's ruined the world. Men have ruined the world. It's only men. God ain't ruining it. Satan ain't ruining it. It's men that are ruining it because they don't want to get away from Satan. You know what I mean? But then again, they don't really know how. The world's confused. It don't know. Like I said, I like Megan Kelly, and I don't want any harm for her, but I think she's far away from Jesus. When you can go on national television and you can tell somebody that you should not tell the truth, because it's the right thing to do. You're not writing that. You're fucking not working on all cylinders. You know what I mean? But maybe if Megan Kelly, because I think she might be more advanced than some. Maybe who knows? You know what I mean? It's all on Megan Kelly. I don't know. I want the best for Megan Kelly. But she did tell us Epstein might be coming back. We might see him in person, and nobody cares. Nobody goes back to her and say, "Hey, we want the answer about this. Like, what the fuck were you talking about, Megan?" But anyways, maybe I will do a video later. Speaking of Megans, I'm really concerned on Upchurch in his pursuit for fucking trying to take out the pedophiles. But yet, standing up for the number one pedo protector in the world, Donald Trump. You know what I mean? And he's wanting to call out witches and witchcraft and all sorts of bullshit. Where's he going to start calling MGK out? You know what I mean? When's he going to start calling Megan Fox out? You know what I mean? Like if there was a couple that were into rituals, drinking blood, I mean, they admitted it. I'm not telling you something they didn't tell everybody. It's just nobody plans on fucking listening because they think in their fucking pea brains. They fucking tell you guys that it's going to be okay. They laugh at you. I fucking know it. I know they laugh at you, and they're not gonna laugh one day. I hope. I hope. I hope. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.